What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning Eddie Hearn. Eddie Hearn had some interesting things to say about Tyson Fury versus Deontay Wilder 3, okay? And he said that he doesn't believe that Tyson Fury will fight Deontay Wilder, that something will happen, something will come up, something will transpire that will not allow that fight to take place. Wow. Okay. And the reason he's saying that is because of what happened in the failed negotiations with him and Anthony Joshua. And he doesn't have a lot of faith in Tyson Fury. Okay, so let me counterpunch. First off, it's naturally understandable from Eddie Hearn that he has that type of attitude towards Tyson Fury. Because again, you guys have to understand, and if you're not in Eddie Hearn's shoes, you don't understand what happened and all the work and the preparation they took and did solely by the team of Joshua to get that damn fight off the air, to get that fight done, you know, and it took a lot of energy to do that. And then when someone that just comes around and does the opposite of what they say they were going to do, it makes you skeptical. So that's understandable. You know, personally, I don't think that Tyson Fury wanted that fight with AJ. I don't think he wanted it then. I think he would want it after. He wants Joshua last. That's just given if Joshua wins or not. Because see, if Joshua loses, okay, he doesn't. I think it would be more of a bragging right thing, because it's a situation where which these fighters Tyson Fury, Wilder, and a lot of these fighters, they always take the easier choice. And see, in the grand scheme of things, it's always easier if you're Tyson Fury or Deontay Wilder to fight each other. That's why they're fighting each other. See, the moment that Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury became the arbitration, and the moment that the arbitration ruling came in, they knew they had that as another option. Okay, so Tyson Fury, why do you think there was no hesitant, no, let me think about it, let me get with my lawyers that I paid millions of dollars for, right? Let me get together and let me counter anything. It was none of that. It was, oh, well, we're fighting Deontay Wilder. There's no ifs, ands, buts about it. But there is ifs, ands, and or buts if you have lawyers that you're paying millions of dollars to. Okay? Because if that was the case, you wouldn't have to have these lawyers at all. Unless Tyson Fury was lying about the whole thing, which that could be, you know, that could have been the case. I'm not sure. But if he's really paying millions of dollars to lawyers, they're paying it for the representation of him. So regardless of what the arbitrator ruled, that's what the lawyers are for, to either accept that or whatever. You know, because in any case, why have them? Why have these lawyers if they're not to aid that guy? If they're not to fulfill a certain objective, and the objective was supposed to be not fighting Deontay Wilder, but to come to find out that's what it is. And that's exactly what it was. That's what Tyson Fury wanted. So I don't believe the Eddie thing. Now, he could be right, but I think that's based off of what he went through with Tyson Fury. But then Eddie Hearn has the unified champion 2 times. Okay, he's that guy that fights all the guys that want to fight him. Tyson Fury didn't want to fight Anthony Joshua. Now it's too early. Because especially you say, hey, well, I'll fight. Listen to what Tyson Fury said. Well, I'll beat Deontay Wilder up and get paid for it. Well, that's what you wanted to do. You wanted an easier fight because you've already done that. So it's easier to do something you've already done versus fight a whole nother guy that beat you up in sparring years ago. Now, when he was a fucking amateur and you were a pro. So the proof is in the pudding. Okay, they did not want that fight, and that's why Eddie Hearn feels that way. But no, because he feels that way, he should be happy that he has a fighter that is willing to fight everybody that can actually fight. Tyson Fury beating Deontay Wilder, they're making statues and shit over there. That's, you know, that's one of those things where they're milking it, and that's the stage we're in. We're in the stage of milking fights that nobody really wants to fucking see. You know what I mean? And Tyson Fury can say, oh, well, he would have been sued millions and millions of dollars. Well, oh, so be it. If he's paying millions and millions of dollars to lawyers, what's the fucking difference? You know what I mean? At the end of the day, if money's not the factor, if money is, he's not a businessman, he's a fucking Spartan. What does money have to do with anything? Where does that come into? You know what I mean? So if that wasn't the prime objective to get paid, why didn't you just say, hey, I'm a Spartan. Fuck Deontay Wilder. He talked about my people. I don't want to fight him again. I fought him twice. I beat him twice, and we're moving on. He didn't say that. He said instead they went to fight Deontay Wilder. Okay, so I think they had more of a choice. But I do think that he opted to fight Deontay Wilder because he was the easier choice. Therefore, I don't think that fight will be pushed back. But if Eddie is right, I will be the first to say he was. But anyway, you guys tell me what you think of Eddie Hearn saying that Tyson Fury will pull out of the Deontay Wilder 3 match. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace.